Welcome to Fix It Home Improvement, covering projects that every homeowner should know and great products for home and garden.
Hi, I'm JC, and this is where we share weekly home improvement tips. I'm here with my co-host, Cindy.
Hello, JC.
Hi, Cindy. This week we're going to be talking about smart speakers, and we'd like to thank Mason Rose for liking and sharing the podcast. We'd also like to thank the Plymouth Wicked Local for listing us as one of the best home improvement podcasts. And Book 7 should be going to the editor this week, and it should be a good one. Cindy's doing a great job on this one.
Thank you.
In the 1960s, IBM created the shoebox, and this was a voice-activated calculator, and it recognized 16 words. So you could speak numbers and math functions, and it would give you a total. In the 1970s, the Harpy program could recognize 1,000 words. Apple came out with Siri in 2011. Google launched Google Now Voice Search in 2012. Microsoft's Cortana was 2013. Amazon Alexa was available to Amazon Prime members in 2014, and Google Assistant didn't debut until 2016.
Wow.
Interesting, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Smart speakers have built-in virtual assistants that can be controlled by speaking commands. So you need to say a hot word, or it's called a wake word, to turn the voice control on. For the Amazon Echo, you'll say Alexa, Echo, Amazon, or computer.
So you have to pick one?
Right. So you would go into your phone app and you'd pick a word that you don't think you're going to use a lot in normal conversation.
Can you name it Larry?
No, they don't let you pick that. Yeah, it'd be cool to be able to name it something like really unique. For Google Home, you can say, OK Google or Hey Google. And I like the two words. I think it's less likely to turn on in normal conversation. Or like if you're listening to TV or radio, a lot of times, they'll say Alexa, right, and it's listening.
Like yesterday when you were watching videos?
Yeah, trying to do some research. Yeah. For the Apple HomePod, the word is Siri. Once the voice control is turned on, you can connect to the internet to find out answers to questions like, who was Pliny the Elder? Or how do you clean vinyl siding? If you have compatible smart devices, you can operate them through your smart speaker just by giving commands.
So what do you mean?
So if you have home security systems, or if you have lights that you want to turn on and off, you can
like
just...
Like the Philips bulb that I have in the bedroom?
Right, or TVs, if you have it connected.
What was the name of the Philips bulb?
Philips Hue.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so...
I'm impressed that you remember that.
And some of the new smart speakers have a screen, so you can watch videos or security cameras if you have them. If you don't plan on adding a lot of smart devices to your home in the future, you can get a small, inexpensive smart speaker for around $50.
Or to see if you like it.
Yeah, I think that's smart.
But nobody's going to like it more than you do.
Yeah,
I love the smart speaker.
I do. Yeah, I have nice conversations
it's kind of
with them.
disturbing.
I can't wait till they become more intelligent.
All right.
Because I do feel like I have a new friend. If you plan on listening to music or using your speaker for TV sound, you'd want to get a speaker with high-quality, large speakers with the option to either add additional speakers for stereo, or you can add subwoofers. If you like to move from room to room and keep listening to music or a podcast, you can actually use it like multi-room speakers. And with multiple speakers, you can actually send messages to the other speakers, like an intercom. If you're setting up security systems and smart devices, you want to pick a speaker that's going to work with all of these devices. So you'd want to do research at the same time you're picking all these components. Many systems like Simply Safe is going to work with Amazon Echo or Google Assistant, but not all these systems are going to use the same radio frequencies. So when we were talking about smart switches and outlets, there's 4 main types of wireless standards. You have Bluetooth, Wi-Fi, Zigbee, and Z-Wave, but some companies will use a radio frequency that's unique to their products. So if you plan on having a smart thermostat, a doorbell, light bulbs, switches, outlets, TVs, appliances, or door locks that you can control with your voice, you want to make sure they all work together.
So you should be reading the labels before you purchase.
Yeah, a lot of reading. If you're looking for an entry-level smart speaker, the Amazon Echo Dot is small and round, about 2 inches high and 4 inches wide, and the 3rd generation is the newest model right now. It has better sound quality for music and the voice response is clearer to hear. It's going to be the lowest cost. I've seen them for $40 to $50, and you can pair these with other Echo speakers so you can have multi-room sound. The Google Home Mini is small and round also. It's about 1.5 inches tall and 4 inches in diameter. These are also around $40 to $50, and you can make it multi-room with Google Cast.
Okay.
For better sound quality, the Amazon Echo 2nd generation is a step up. It has 7 microphones to hear your commands.
It listens really well.
Yeah, I mean, it can hear very soft voices. It's
like
about
when you whisper to it?
Yeah. That's such a cool feature. So you can whisper to like the Amazon Echo and it'll whisper back to you.
Again, I mean, you're so weird.
So the Amazon Echo is 6 inches tall approximately and about 3.5 inches wide. Controls a lot of smart devices from other companies. It works with streaming music from Apple Music, Pandora, Sirius, Spotify, YouTube, and Amazon Music, plus a lot of others. And this also works multi-room, and you can pair these together so you can have 2 speakers and get stereo sound.
So you should think about where you're going to put it and how much space you have, because there is a big difference between the Dot and like the Echo.
Right. And you can get different colors too.
Right.
Google Home uses Google Assistant, and this is similar to Echo. It's about 5.5 inches tall and about 4 inches wide. It has 2 microphones, and you can control Honeywell and Nest thermostats along with a lot of other smart devices from other companies. You can stream music from Google Music, Spotify, Pandora, iHeartRadio, and other platforms, and you can add another speaker to have multi-room sound.
Mm-hmm.
The Google Home Max is designed for high-quality music and TV sound. So this is about 13 inches wide and about 7.5 inches high.
So much bigger.
Yeah, and you can either lay this on its side or you can stand it up on end, and you can pair 2 of these to get stereo sound, or you can use it as multi-room speakers. And you can also pair this with Chromecast for TV streaming and sound. What's wild about the Google Home Max is it uses its microphones to adjust the sound to the room it's in, so you get the best quality. Another smart speaker that's designed for quality sound is the Apple HomePod, and this uses Siri. It's about 7 inches tall and about 5.5 inches wide. It has 6 microphones to pick up your voice. This can be paired with another HomePod for stereo or multi-room sound. And this is also able to analyze and adjust the sound based on the room and its location in the room.
Cool.
And this works with Apple Music and Apple Podcasts. And as you listen to music or podcasts, it'll start making suggestions for other things you might like. The Amazon Echo Plus is about 6 inches tall and about 4 inches wide, and this one can be used as a hub for a lot of smart devices because they added Zigbee. This one also has a 3.5 millimeter audio port, so you can have a line in or a line out. And it's a nice thing to compare with smart speakers if you want to use a headphone, for example. But this one has a line in, which is nice because you could actually add like a turntable to this.
Really? I didn't know that.
Yeah, which is pretty cool.
This is one we have, too.
Yeah.
We whisper to.
My friend. You can pair this with another Echo Plus for stereo sound. You can also add an Echo subwoofer, so you can really have a dynamic sound. You can use this multi-room, and this works with Fire TV and Fire TV Stick for streaming.
Okay.
The Sonos One, it's S-O-N-O-S, is rated very high for great sound quality. This has Alexa built in. And I stopped in my local Best Buy, and the gentleman who was helping me said it works with over 80 streaming services. And he played a couple songs so I could hear it, which they always play very loud.
Was it the same dude that helped us with the sound?
No, it was a different guy, and he loves the loud sound too. And they sounded great. This has 4 microphones. It connects with Ethernet or Wi-Fi, and most other smart speakers just connect with Wi-Fi. So this is a feature to compare, and new models are always changing. This one's about 6 inches tall and about 4.5 inches wide. You can do multi-room. You can pair 2 of these Sonos Ones for stereo sound. Sonos Ones.
So would it be Sonos 2?
For great TV sound, you can get smart sound bars with Alexa or Google Assistant. And Polk has the Magnify Mini. It's M-A-G-N-I, capital F-I, Mini. And this is a compact sound bar with a subwoofer, and Google Assistant is built in.
Mm-hmm.
The Polk Command Bar is a sound bar with a subwoofer, and this has Alexa built in, and it also has a port for the Amazon Fire Stick.
Right.
And both of these are rated very good for streaming music. Bose has a top-rated sound bar with Alexa built in, and Sonos also has a top-rated sound bar with Alexa. When I was at Best Buy, the salesman mentioned that many of the new smart TVs can be controlled with smart speakers now. And some
because using a remote is too hard.
Yeah, how cool. You can just fold your arms or have a big bucket of popcorn and greasy fingers, and you don't have to worry about the remote anymore. So some manufacturers work with Amazon and Google, and some only work with one. So that's one thing you should be comparing when you're shopping if you're adding a smart TV.
Okay.
There are smart speakers with a screen. The Echo Spot has a 2.5-inch screen. It's a small round speaker. It kind of looks like an alarm clock, and you can actually change the display. So you can have a digital clock on the face or an analog clock. You can display the temperature or weather. You can also use this to watch videos, security cameras, or even use it like a baby monitor.
Oh, cool.
The Echo Show has a 10-inch screen. Lenovo, it's Lenovo, they have a smart display that uses Google Assistant, and this has an 8-inch screen.
Mm-hmm.
The Google Home Hub has a 7-inch screen, and the JBL Link has an 8-inch screen, and this uses Google Assistant. And you can pair up these smart speakers with a screen with friends or family who have the same system, and now you can do video calls. Which is and I really think this is great if you're setting up a home for older family members. So now if you have the same system, you can call them, you can see them. If they live a long distance away, they can see their grandkids. I think you can really keep in touch with something like this.
Nice.
The World Health Organization says about 30% of people 65 and older fall at least once a year. So there's a program that works with Amazon, Google, or Microsoft's Cortana called Ask My Buddy. So this will call or text a family member, and all somebody has to do is say, ask my buddy to send help, and it's pre-programmed. So let's say you have an older family member that falls or they're sick. They just have to speak to the speaker, and they can make an emergency call.
That's nice. Will it call 911?
All of the speakers I looked at now are not allowed to call 911, but that may change in the future.
Okay.
With the speakers, you can create routines for yourself or older family members. If you say something like good morning to your smart speaker, it could turn on your lights, adjust the thermostat, tell you the weather. It can start a coffee maker for you, give you reminders like, did you take your morning pills? It can turn on music or the news. And then at night, you can have a routine. If you say good night to it, it can automatically turn off the lights, adjust the thermostat, lock all of your exterior doors, tell you about tomorrow's weather and the events that are coming up, some reminders. It can play music to wind down to or play sleep sounds or, put on a guided meditation. So it's pretty amazing all of the things that you can have these speakers do for you.
Wow, it is like your friend.
I think it's really nice. Like I said, especially for older people, I think it would give them some structure to their day.
You should try it.
New features are constantly being added to these speakers. Alexa Guard is a feature that they're going to be rolling out on Echo. If you say, I'm leaving, it will listen for problem sounds like breaking glass, smoke detectors, CO detectors, or any loud sounds once you're gone, and it'll send you an alert if it hears something. If you have smart lights or switches connected to it, it'll turn them on and off randomly so it looks like somebody's home. And if you have a smart security system, it'll turn it on for you. And if that system is alerted to a problem, it will send you a message.
Nice.
The most popular uses for smart speakers are playing music, listening to the news, getting how-to instructions like cooking instructions, retail store hours and locations, movie times and what's playing, history questions, sports scores and who's playing, traffic updates, weather, and then on Amazon speakers, they say buying stuff from Amazon is very popular. And then a popular question, people looking at smart speakers, they're curious whether it's going to connect to other smart devices if they start adding this to their home. And that's one of the key things you need to be looking at is making sure that all of these devices will communicate to each other.
Okay.
A couple other things I thought were interesting. You can change the voice for Alexa or Google Assistant. So you can give them an accent or you can make them sound manly. And Alexa and Google can also be set up to recognize different users just based on their voice. So you can say something like, what's on my to-do list today? And it'll give you a specific list or reminders because it knows who you are.
Do you have anything else to add?
If you're curious to see whether you'd like a smart speaker for music, weather, news, answers to questions, reminders, alarms, you can get a small speaker that isn't very expensive. If you want a speaker, though, for good sound quality, you may want to get 2 speakers. That way you get stereo sound. Or think about a smart sound bar. And to connect to smart devices around your home, make sure that everything can work together.
All right. Let's wrap this up.
You can subscribe to our podcast on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, CastBox, Himalaya, or your favorite podcast app.
If you enjoyed it, please leave us a review.
You can check out our home improvement videos on our YouTube channel, Fix It Home Improvement.
And you can subscribe to that as well.
You can download our books, Home Improvement Solutions, What Every Homeowner Should Know, Book 1 through 6, soon Book 7 on Amazon.
If you enjoyed it, please give us a 5-star rating and review.
You can email us at fixitpodcast@gmail.com. You can follow Cindy on Twitter at FixItCohost. And you can check out our new Instagram page, Fix It Home Improvement.
Thank you for listening.
Talk to you next week.